The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show.
The biggest.
This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 25th of June, 2025. And you, my friends, as always, listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food, dine in or take away Reburger today.
Yeah!
Reburger.
Hey, Mogey. Pugs, son. Pugs, son. Pugs, son. Pugs, son. You nailed that intro, mate.
Thanks,
hey,
guys.
how you going, you stallion? You're looking so good, and yet inside that incredibly toned body is swirling disease.
Nothing but a cesspool of filth and sort of altered and failing DNA, if I could say that. I'm actually on the up, man. I'm on the up. I woke up today and I'm pretty good, but as soon as I got here, I started coughing again. Must have an allergy to one of you two filthy bastards. I don't know which one it is, but I'm definitely on the up. I'm feeling good. Now, unlike Pugsan, today is Go Easy on Pugsan Day because he, like you, Jase, has been in a hur of a mood all day.
Yes.
I turn up here, I've had Prebs tell me about it. I've had our content director tell me about it. Everybody here is just like, bloody look out for old Pugs. He's in a hur of a mood. So if you could send us through a text on 3483 and just tell us how much you love old Pugsan over here, I think it'll do wonders for his mental health. How are you,
Thanks, guys. Oh, look, I was just explaining off air before, somewhat in confidence, that I've had a shocker of a day. Just in terms of my mood, one of those ones where your brain's competing with what you know, that everything's all good, but your brain's going, hey, no, it's not. But other than that,
yes,
I'm happy to be here with you fellas. I am, and I'm grateful.
Well, look, I just want to say to you, Pugsan, if you want to cradle and suckle on the bosom of Hoytey J for a
save
bit
that
of,
for Keyzie, brother. You can leave that for old Keyzie.
For a bit of comfort. Look, I've been in a hur of a mood all week. I don't know why. I've given myself a couple of good swift kicks up the arse, told to pull my shit together. Can't shift it. Just can't shift it.
It's like
I think one of the problems you've got there, man, is you're trying to pull your shit together.
Yes.
And it's physically impossible to pull a shit together, no matter how hard you try, man. That's one of the things you learn as you get older, though, Pugsan, right, man? I don't want to walk in here and see you in a bad mood and find you sort of hunched over, down on your haunches, trying to pull your shit together.
Yeah. Well, that's why I've been eating so much Sultana brand, so that I was hoping it would occur naturally. Hey, but let's get into Fight Club, shall we?
Ding, ding, ding!
This is the Radio Hauraki Fight Club.
Down the street there's a Cambria Fight Club.
Icon versus icon. Legend versus legend. And you are the judge. Now, welcome to Fight Club. Let the fight begin!
And I tell you what, fellas, two heavyweights today. Two heavyweights. Pearl Jam v. The Killers.
Yeah.
That's a big one, man. That is a biggie. And the Killers, of course, are called the Killers.
Yes.
So straight away, they've got an unfair advantage. Be interesting to see how we go there. We've had Pearl Jam on the show before as a contestant. They absolutely dominated their opponent there. I think they got a 90% victory rate there, so be interested to see how we go. I'd have to say, look, it's got to be Pearl Jam.
Yes, that's my instinct.
Yeah, and I think the Killers, as good as they are, they've got one great album, maybe 1.5 great albums, and some other good tunes. But they're going to take a pumping today.
Yeah, the Killers are very much my era. I think I grew up around a lot of the Killers more than I did Pearl Jam, and I love the Killers. But
you grew up around a lot of Killers.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's pretty full on.
Watch yourself, brother.
Yeah,
but I do think Pearl Jam need to take this one out.
Well, we'll see. You decide, New Zealand. 3483, give us a text. Oh, kick off with an absolute tune. Pearl Jam.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
The Hauraki Fight Club.
Fight Club. Come on, hit me before I lose my nerve. Hit me in the ear.
Yeah, well, it's hard to see anyone toppling Pearl Jam, to be honest with you.
You think they're going to take it out, man?
I really do, and I think you made a really good point, which was
man.
Their overall body of work is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And they're still going strong even as we speak. Usually bands, they blow up, someone has sex with someone else's partner in the band, or the old drugs and the booze take hold, they have a bit of fisticuff on stage, or someone doesn't turn up, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
But these guys, they just seem like good bastards.
And they just, of course, have just been here, done a couple of concerts.
Yes.
So, people have been fizzing about them even more than they normally would. So, I'm anticipating a Pearl Jam trouncing. And I think you're right, Jase. I'll be surprised if they don't go all the way, man.
Yes. Well, if you think about the GOAT, they're always in the top 3 or 4, generally every single year.
What year did they win? I can't remember.
One of
a couple
the years
of years ago.
Well, this year.
Blackout. Was it this year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Dilly's saying this year.
Just on that, by the way, everyone that texts in on 3483 goes in the draw to win what, Pugson?
A Sonos soundbar, subwoofer and speaker worth over $2,000. So we're putting 2 bands head to head. You text in which band you want to win, and then you immediately go in that draw. It's that easy.
I'm actually just looking outside at the moment, and there's a group of young people vaping and having a really good time, and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, right.
You see, this is just the mood I'm in. Seeing young people having a great time and laughing and just loving life.
And the thing is, they're laughing at you.
Yeah, well, I
not with
feel like
you.
they are laughing at me, you know what I mean? I'm tempted to go out there and do a bit of DaDooshing.
Yeah, you get your head kicked in, man. They'd smash you.
You weren't
that's
pissed
true.
off when it was all women, man.
Yeah, that's true. Now here's the competition. The Killers, it's not done and dusted because you're going to decide, New Zealand, on 3483. This could be quite tight, I think.
The Hauraki Beat Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, indeed, the Killers there. Jenny was a friend of mine. Tune. You decide, New Zealand, 3483. Let us know. Is it going to be the Killers and or Pearl Jam?
Hey, fellas, today's the Westpac Chopper Appeal Day.
Everybody knows that, man.
Oh.
Obviously, Pugs.
Well, there might be a chance one person out there doesn't know, so this is for them. Now, we are giving away $50 every hour until 6. So if you hear a cue to call that sounds like a chopper, give us a buzz on 0800 Hauraki. We'll pick a winner, and then on their behalf, we will donate $100 to the cause. And all the money raised through the Westpac Chopper Appeal goes to New Zealand's rescue helicopters, fellas, so it's worth getting around.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff, man. Good stuff. Now, Mogey, you've been pretty crook the last 6 weeks. You've been pretty sick. And
He's
you
been
were saying,
fully sick, man.
You were saying, actually, in the process of being sick, of course, you're a happily married man, that you've been sleeping in separate bedrooms from your beloved wife.
That's
and
right.
That you're loving it.
Yeah, that's right. I've it's been a bit tricky because I got crook, and then a week or so later, my daughter got crook with a different kind of a setup, cough, which she then had for about a week, and then passed on to my wife. And then she got it, and then I caught that off her after I got rid of my previous sickness. So it's been 6 weeks that have been spent in the separate bedroom, and man,
You're loving it.
it's bliss, eh?
I've got
Really?
to say, man, you've been turning up every day, despite the illness, with a real glow about you. Because
Mate.
I know that you've really struggled with your sleep, with our sleep chat and stuff, but you just look like you're totally rejuvenated.
I'm brand new, and I've been sleeping badly for as long as I've been with my wife.
Yes.
And I didn't connect that she was the problem. But it's beginning to seem like that's the case.
Yeah.
Because when you're sick, you don't want to cough too loudly or roll over or make any kind of a noise because you're at risk of disturbing the sleep of your beloved.
Yes.
And I want to make it clear she is my beloved. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that that's going to be a good sleep for you.
No.
In this case, me. And I have been it has been gold, man. I roll over, I cough my ring out as much as I want. I'm flopping around like a fish.
You rip ass.
I'm ripping that ass, Pugs.
You're ripping that ass?
Absolutely tearing it.
Yeah.
And blowing your ring out.
It's pretty bloody good. And the truth of it is, she's loving it as well.
Yes.
Not having me in there, or anyone, not just me.
Oh,
Well, I guess convention would have it when you're in a marriage that you
Yes.
do sleep together. But I think that norm needs to be shattered a little.
Yes.
Interestingly, I woke up this morning in my marital bed, and one of our sheets was in a ball on top of our duvet. And I was like, how the hell did that happen? You know, my wife has this habit of rolling over into like a cocoon, like sort of cave and tearing all the blankets and duvet off
getting
me.
as far away from you as possible.
She's been a bit crook as well, and she's been hacking and sneezing and coughing away.
You're saying off here it's one of the most disgusting things you've ever come across, and that she is a wretched creature when she's sick.
It is, and it's really ruining my sleep. And we've actually had the discussion, you know, how your grandparents, they have the single beds but in the same room. You know what I mean? Because we've had that discussion. She was like, no, we're married, we sleep in the same bed. And it's like, can't you see how exhausted I am by this process? Maybe, you know, because we've got a spare room that's, you know, consequently filled with all their sewing shit and all their sort of op shop stuff.
All those abandoned, disgraceful projects that she's been working her way through.
All their rope jewellery.
That's rope jewellery.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I can just clear that away.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you have that and maybe another room for like your sexual relations.
Can I say it doesn't mean you don't love each other?
Yes, you can.
In fact, you know, it's sort of a little bit, you know, it's a bit sexy because now you've got a flatmate, you can go and knock on the door. But let me say, it's going to get a little bit weird tonight, of course, because her mother, my mother-in-law, has come to stay.
Right.
So she's going to be in the spare room.
Yeah, and you don't want to...
Oh, I don't know how she feels about me ripping ass, but we're going to find out.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. The Westpac Chopper Appeal is on, and every hour today, Radio Hauraki is giving away $50 plus a $100 donation to the rescue chopper of your choice.
Get to the chopper!
We sure are. Let's get to the phone lines. G'day, Kev, you mad bastard. How's life?
Hey, I'm very good. How about yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, Kev. What do you do for a crust, mate?
I'm a driving instructor.
Oh, backbone. I don't think we've had one of those.
Oh, backbone. My youngest daughter actually is learning to drive at the moment, but she refuses to drive with me because I'm so anxiety-ridden and I make weird noises whenever she puts the foot on the accelerator.
You're also a shocker of a driver.
Yeah, well, I'm also a pretty bad driver myself, Kev. That must be a pretty stressful job, I imagine.
Oh, it can be, but for the most part, everyone's pretty good. I'm relaxed. They're relaxed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
mate.
what they say.
That's true.
Yeah,
now,
good.
Kev, you've won yourself $50. Where would you like to donate the $100?
It could only be to the Westpac Chopper. Amazing work they do. Give it to them.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So they're all going there.
Do you want it to go to Hawke's Bay?
Hawke's Bay, please.
Sweet as,
Good on you,
mate.
brother.
Good on you,
stuff.
mate.
Well, you stay on the line there, Kevin. Our good mate Big Dilly in Studio B will look after you, no worries at all. Just on that, by the way, fellas.
Yeah.
On Big Dilly, I saw a shocking thing yesterday in Studio B.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He was vaping.
Oh, yeah.
What? Aren't you vaping?
Yeah, I'm vaping, but I don't do it in the building. I mean, I don't want to throw Big Dilly under the bus here.
Seems like you do.
No, especially on Westpac Chopper Appeal Day, Jase.
Yeah, especially on that day of all days.
Oh, yeah.
But I was disgusted.
Were you disappointed?
Oh, yeah, I was disappointed because I've been going outside and having a vape.
You don't need to
Yeah,
do that.
You
You
know
just
what
do it
I'm?
here.
I could just do it here.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I'm
guys all G with that?
I'm also pretty certain when Matt Heath was here, and also Finn, when or Mashy, they were horrendous for a vape in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shocking.
okay.
Yeah.
So as long as you guys are all G with
No,
that.
I'm all good with it,
100%.
man.
Now, obviously, if you missed out on that $50, you can still get behind the cause for Westpac Chopper Appeal Day. Go to chopperappeal.co.nz. Last year, those choppers around the country flew 9,289 missions. That's 25 people per day. They
Holy
rely on your
hecker.
support
That's
to
pretty
keep
extraordinary.
our communities safe, New Zealand.
So we've got another one of these coming up in the show?
We do. We've got another one after 5.
Okay.
Hang around, listen out for that
All
cuticle that
right.
sounds like a chopper.
Good stuff, mate. Here's a bit of guns. Roses.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed, the White Stripes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. Let's talk TV.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah. Hey, fellas, last night I watched a Or documentary.
Oh,
yes.
I'm right into my factual stuff. You know me, man. That's just how I go. And last night I came across a quite incredible documentary, and it was about a ship it was a cruise ship doco, and this cruise ship went out from Mexico. It was meant to be a 4-day cruise. It went out for a couple of days, spent a day somewhere, and then was meant to come back the next day. And everything went terribly wrong, Jase. Can I put it to you that way, man?
Sure.
They were out. They did the 2 days. They stayed at a place for the day, and then on their way back through the Gulf of Mexico, it completely lost all power.
I remember this. Yes.
2013 this happened.
Yeah.
So it ended up being an 8-day cruise. But no power, Pug son. Toilets don't work, brother.
Oh, no.
The toilets do not work.
Oh, God.
And so they were instructed to urinate in the showers so that the woman could do it as well.
Okay.
And then for defecating...
Whoa, it's a bit much.
You had to go in a little red hazard bag and then pop that into a bucket, and then they'd collect the buckets up. It was a disaster. Nobody wanted to do that.
Imagine being on poo duty.
I know. Well, eventually the showers ended up overflowing.
With wheeze.
With wheeze.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
You're onto it, man.
Thanks.
And then when they finally got the tugboats out there after about 5 days, the ship was listing to the side. So then it started overflowing all through the boat. And all of the boat was full, like it was running down the walls.
Oh, God.
I don't want to get too explicit,
That makes me want to gag.
but it was running down the walls. They also ran out of food. They were cooking food. It turned into a Lord of the Flies situation with people hoarding food rather than sharing it around.
Yeah.
No, it turned very, very quickly. A complete disaster. And a mildly entertaining documentary. It's called Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
What'd you watch that on?
That's on Netflix. Trainwreck Poop Cruise. It goes for an hour. You could probably get it done in about 15 minutes, to be completely honest with you.
Yes.
But mildly entertaining. And I'd give it probably 2.5 buzzies out of 5 buzzies.
Well, they're not going to document a cruise that goes right, are they?
Am I right, man?
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. What about you, Jase, man?
I started watching, it was another docos, funnily enough, there, Mogey, called something like The Treasure Hunt. And it's about this multi-millionaire guy.
Is that still just multi-millionaire?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Like the extra multis, they don't add
How many
anything.
multis to get to $1 billion?
Like he was really wealthy.
Oh, okay.
And he was told he was going to die.
Oh, my God.
And he had like genuinely months to live. And so he decided to set up this treasure hunt.
Nice.
And it was for $1 million, literally $1 million, and he hid the treasure and put it out there. Ends up that he didn't end up dying, he ended up living, and this treasure hunt just went absolutely off. And people were going and getting involved in it from all over the world, and it was the treasure was hidden in this very sort of dangerous spot, and people were getting killed.
Good.
And people were dying in trying to find this treasure, and people were going, "Oh, you got to shut it down." And he was like, "No, I'm not shutting it down,"
No,
because people were obsessed by it. And then I got bored and played Sniper Siege
Cool.
On your phone?
on my phone.
Yeah.
Douche, 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 douche.
How's that going, by the way?
Headshot. I'm nearly out of my level that I'm on at the moment.
Level 1.
Yeah.
Nice switch up from the old porny, Jase.
Yeah, well, my wife ended up watching porny after that, actually.
Nice.
Tune.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Hauraki Fight Club.
Welcome to Fight Club. You have to fight.
DaDoosh.
Let's get straight to it, shall we?
You're smacking your lips in anticipation of who the
Pearl
winner
Jam.
Smacking those chips down, bro.
Pearl Jam versus the Killers. Let's go to our numbers man, Mogey.
It's old Mogey over here, fellas, also known as the numbers guy. It's actually a hell of a lot closer than I thought it would be, but ultimately the winner, and I think we knew this was coming, was Pearl Jam.
Yes.
With 64% of the vote.
64.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it would be higher, to be
I
honest
agree.
with you.
I also thought it would be.
But they have got some tunes. They have got some tunes, the Killers.
Fantastic live, too.
Oh, very good live. I'd agree with you there, Pug son, man.
So there you go. The people have decided, and the great men of Pearl Jam go through. Now listen, coming up, we've got a big hour between 5 and 6.
We do.
Another chance for you to win $50. Isn't that right, fellas? With the Westpac helicopter fundraiser.
The Westpac chopper appeal.
Yeah, that's the one. And also, I had a phone conversation today that I want to talk to you about.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, man.
Oh, God.
I know. Can I have some chips now? Can you cut us off there, Pugs?
No, man, keep going.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're getting through Hump Day, tickety-boo. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Beef, chicken, vegan and vegetarian options. Reburger, redefining the norm.
Reburger.
Give me the beef.
Sauce chicken.
I'm a little bit concerned that you've given me your throat filth, Mogey, because I had to do voiceovers today and I was very husky.
Yeah, you're getting on, though, man.
And I was coughing away during the voiceover, just cursing old Mogey. And now, as I'm sitting here today doing the show, she's feeling very tickly in there and a bit... I'm sure it sounds sexy, but I'm just a little concerned that I'm going to have a 6-month Mogey special.
Yeah, well, what's even worse than the actual sickness is you anticipating sickness.
Yeah.
So you're always in high alert that you've been afflicted with something.
Yes.
So whether this actually amounts to anything or not, and it probably won't, you'll still suffer like you've been infected.
Can I just make the point, and it may be symptomatic, but I'm feeling quite woozy at the moment.
It's psychosomatic.
And I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Yes.
Lightheaded. Is that the sort of what you've been feeling as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, just got a cough.
Right, yeah, because I got a cough too, but I managed to sort of just keep it to myself.
Well, I tell you what, keep on huffing away on your bloody vape there, man. You'll be all goods.
13 days, 7 hours, fellas, without a ciggy.
Yeah, it counts for nothing,
Do you want to know how many cigarettes I've passed up in that time? 1,253.
I'd like to know how many puffs you've had.
Yeah.
On your new douche flute.
Not to wear on your parade, Jase, but it's probably good to know where the amount you've been vaping adds up to that amount of cigarettes that you've missed.
Yes, because to me it feels like you've done more damage to yourself in these last weeks than you would have done if you kept smoking. However, you have saved some money, so congrats.
Yeah, thanks for
That's
that.
what really matters,
I'm on
fellas.
a plus, on one of those 5,000 sort of squirt ones, and
you got a squirter?
Yeah, it's a squirter.
Oh, mean.
And I'm still going strong after 3 weeks, so I'm doing all right.
Cool.
You'll be back,
no,
man.
this is a
Jason,
tune.
you'll be saying, man, you'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, well, here's Queens of the Stone Age.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
In excess there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 13 minutes past 5 o'clock. Now, fellas, I walk with trepidation into this next discussion.
Okay.
Because I know it's a little bit tenuous.
Yeah.
And I just want to tread very, very carefully. And it's happened to me before, and I've...
No, you're all good.
Yeah, and it's something that's becoming a real issue for me, or has been in the past, and it happened to me again today.
Just before you get started, man, Pugs, can I just get you to play that for me?
Yeah, sure.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
I just want to do a preemptive racism alert because that's the vibe I'm getting already.
Yeah. Thus me walking into this whole topic very tentatively. I got a phone call today. And the woman that, was speaking to me had what I can only describe as a very strong, heavy, Eastern European accent.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
How'd you know it was that?
Well, it was just by the guttural nature of it.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
I don't think it's racist because you're describing.
Thank you, Mogey.
You're describing
sorry.
no, I said I don't know if it is.
Oh.
I'll let HR be the judge of that.
And the people.
But yeah, it's
Sorry.
That is how it sounds. I'd agree with that.
What, racist?
No, the
guttural.
accent is it can be a harsh. And I'd say that knowing that New Zealand has like a Durbrain sounding
we've got a Durbrain sounding one,
I'm not
for sure.
flying the flag for our accent by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, so it was this very, very heavy accent. And for the life of me, I just could not understand what she was saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
No alarm. Okay, good. So I was put into this situation and I was feeling very anxious about it because I don't like offending people or upsetting people.
Yeah.
And I found myself constantly having to say, I apologise, but I really don't understand what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And she would go,
what?
Okay, but in a very heavy Eastern accent.
How did it go?
I don't want to do the accent.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then she would go into it again.
Would she slow down herself?
There would be a pause where I think she was potentially offended. And then she would go into it again, maybe even a little bit quicker than before.
That's not how you can't do that.
Which made it even worse for me. And as this went on, my anxiety was increasing and increasing.
Yeah.
To the point where, and I just don't know what to do in that situation. I don't know what to do.
I find it is an interesting one, and very, very weirdly, you started telling us about this before the show, and I'd had a similar experience today where I rang up a customer helpline. A customer helpline. Now, what's amazing about that, and this is how you save some money, if you're running a business and you're running a customer help setup, you want people that can speak multiple languages.
Yes.
That's where you're going to save your money. If they can speak 4 different languages, you've just saved yourself 3 salaries that you're not having to pay. The problem now, and look, I don't judge people who can speak 4 languages or even 2, but the problem is, if I can't understand what's going on, this is going to be a long chat. And it was. I was on this chat. It was 50 minutes. And I had to say at one point, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what you just said at all. At all. Yeah. And I wasn't grumpy about it. It was just like, this is going to be a process. But it did occur to me to go, you know what? I think I'm going to hang up and call back and hope I get somebody else. But I didn't. I stuck through it. And we had a lovely time.
You know, to my eternal shame, Mogey, I actually copped out and said, look, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm just about to go in and do a voiceover, so I can't actually chat right now.
Oh, yeah.
The truth was I was on the couch lying in my undies.
Yeah, right. And what did she say?
She went,
was it dog squads?
Racism alert. Racism alert.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Weezer there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. The time is 5:26.
Hey, guys.
Yes, man.
I've got a daughter.
Uh-huh.
Don't mean to brag.
Oh.
And she started, she's...
Sorry, is this 1.5 Mogeys?
Yes.
Hey! Excuse me, Pugs.
Huh?
That was me doing that bit.
What's that, man? I was just playing the sting.
Normally we do it a cappella. Don't we, man?
Sorry, Mogey, as you will.
That's right, man. So she's got her 6th birthday party coming up. It's this weekend, actually. It's going to be a hell of a shindig, man. Got all sorts of luminaries coming from all over the place. She's really made a mark in this very short amount of time.
Sure.
So there's going to be a few stars there.
Yeah.
Probably a red carpet, if you know what I mean. There'll be that many celebrities. Have you heard of Matty McLean?
I haven't.
Yeah. He's on the Hits Drive.
Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, right.
He's going to be there, is he?
With Madoodles.
Oh, Madoodles.
And so that's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And a few others like Winston Peters and Kim.com.
Yeah.
Those guys just get it, you know. But anyway, she started doing ballet over these last sort of few weeks.
I suppose you're going to say she's like amazing and sort of next level.
She is amazing, thanks, man.
Put
but
her
I
in the
guess
New
that's
Zealand
just,
Ballet Now kind of thing.
In the New Zealand, no, she's only a kid, man. Like she's, you go in there. It's actually, you know, this day is coming. I don't know if your girls went to ballet. or not, but I sort of knew this day was coming, going to ballet, and I was sort of, I guess, I don't know if dreading it's the right word, but definitely not looking forward to it is the right sort of term.
Right.
And when they're bloody hell, it's cute, man.
Yes.
They get all dressed up in their little outfits there, and then they sort of prance around like ponies. And I was sort of shocked by how unco they all are.
Right, okay. But I bet your daughter was really good, though, eh? She was like... She stood out from all the other kids and immediately was doing the pointy toe thing and all that sort of jazz.
No, she's an unk as well.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
She's only a kid, Jason.
She's only 5.
Yeah.
She's only 5. Man.
Okay.
Mogey Minogue Junior, man.
She's not going to pick it up straight away.
Right, okay.
It's bloody technical, man. It's hard. A lot of the stuff I wouldn't be able to do either.
It's kind of an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure to put on a kid when you think she's going to be in the New Zealand Royal Ballet.
Right, I just thought maybe she'd do her first little moves and stuff, and then boom, she'd be swept up by maybe the Russian ballet, because aren't they like the king sort of makers in terms of ballet and dance? Russians.
It takes 15 to 20 years of intensive.
Yeah, well,
training.
I just thought maybe your daughter was going to skip all that and just sort of. Go straight to the Royal Ballet in Russia or something like that.
I think it's complimentary what you're saying, Jase, but I just think it's not super realistic for a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Mogey.
It's sort of, I don't know, if sort of makes it feel like what I am saying about her isn't worth talking about on the radio because it's not up to what Jase is saying.
Oh, come on, Mogey. It's okay, man. Honestly, I'm glad she's trying a new experience and enjoying it by the sounds of it.
Yeah, she is enjoying it, man. Participation is really good.
Oh, well, I bet she's participating more than all the other kids too.
Oh,
bet she's like practicing and doing all that sort of stuff outside of the lessons she's getting there, being a pony and stuff.
She just leaves it all at the door, to be honest with you, man.
Oh.
Just sort of leaves it there and that's the end of it. But, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but she has taken over the business side of it.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie. The Westpac Chopper Appeal is on, and every hour today, Radio Hauraki is giving away $50 plus a $100 donation to the rescue chopper of your choice.
Get to the chopper!
Yeah, man, let's get to the phone line. G'day, Holly. How's your hump day going?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah.
Made it to Wednesday, so things are going smoothly.
Yeah, nice. What do you do for a crust there, Holly?
Personal assistant.
Backbone. Massive backbone.
Are you a personal assistant to your kids?
No kids, so
kick,
just the bosses.
Good on you, mate.
What kind of work is that? What does that involve and entail there, Holly? You sort of...
Well, it's basically just keeping everyone under control.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
actually, we could use a PA here, actually. Because I don't know if you know...
I'm happy to sort of send in my CV.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah, good on you, Holly, because old Pugs can get a bit out of control, that's for sure.
I guess Dilly can just go F himself in Studio B.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so...
now, Holly, you've just won yourself $50. Would you like to contribute that other $100 to Wellington, maybe?
I would love to do that. I've used Westpac Chopper, so that would be great.
Wow.
Oh, you have?
Bit of drama, eh?
A bit of drama.
Yeah, great stuff.
Can you go into any detail there, or is it too embarrassing?
Oh, it was a wee sort of trip from Wairarapa to Wellington Hospital, so
Nice.
a nice view.
Scenic, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff, mate. Well, you stay on the line there, and Big Diddley will look after you in Studio B. Good stuff, eh, fellas?
How good, man?
Absolutely. Now, if you missed out on that $50, now of course, we're going to donate $100 on behalf of Holly from Hauraki to the cause. But anybody can donate to the cause as well, because all the money goes towards the rescue helicopters, helping fund new equipment, the maintenance, or the crew training, which costs more and more every single year, fellas. So if you want to get around
That's
that...
inflation, Jase.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of it's inflation.
Well, you remember that time we actually have, you won't know this, that Mogey and I have actually used the helicopter before.
Really?
When we were on a hunting trip and he accidentally shot me in the arse.
Yeah.
So we had to call them in, didn't we, Mogey?
We did.
Which was a hell of a palaver, but they made it.
They did.
Because they're massive backbones.
That's right. And that's why we always make sure that we give every single year.
Yes.
I don't know if you know this, Pugs, but there's 25 people a day that use that service.
Right.
That adds up.
It's
You're
like
looking at
9,289.
9,200. Yeah, a year. It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy, actually, when you think about it. And we, as Mogey said, give every year, so I didn't even know I need you to tell me what the number is because it's already automatically on my phone.
Well, then you don't listen to this next bit, Jase. If people want to get around it, go to chopperappeal.co.nz.
Beautiful, mate.
Oh, you're kidding, aren't you? Huh.
The dudes.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
The Clash there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. The time is 5:51.
Fellas, I've got an overseas trip coming up. I don't know if you guys know that.
Apparently so, yeah.
You guys heard about this?
You're buggering off for a couple of weeks.
I'm going away for a couple of weeks, guys, and I'll tell you what, and this will come 100% as a surprise to you. I've had to cancel my flights.
Right.
Ah, yay.
And that is because I booked my flights ages ago because my wife was being indecisive about what was happening because she's got a family member that works for a major airline company and they get a friends and family discount.
Nice.
But you can only make that booking a couple of months out, so you have to wait to see what's available. But in the meantime, I was sitting there waiting, so I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll just book my flights. So I did that. At that point, we didn't know that we were going to be going to Spain. So now we've made that decision. And me trying to add on flights to Spain from London is going to cost thousands of dollars. It's going to cost more than the other flights, which is pretty crazy. So I've had to cancel my flights and completely start again.
Nightmare scenario.
So I've got nothing booked. And I'm about a month out from leaving. These new flights that I've been looking at today, that previously I was going New York, and then I've never been to Europe before in my life, I should point out.
Right, okay.
I went to London for about a week 5 or 6 years ago, and 5 of the days that I was there, I spent in Sheffield.
I don't even know what that is.
Well, the Arctic Monkeys come from there, and nothing else.
Right.
Sweet.
Nothing else. So I was going to go New York and then London, and now these new flights that I'm looking at, I fly into, I think it's Shanghai.
Yeah.
Then I have to go to Berlin. Then when I get to Berlin, I have to leave the airport, drive for 90 minutes to get to another airport.
Oh, God.
And from there, I fly into Spain. And once I get into Spain, that might be Madrid. Then from Madrid, then I have to fly to Mallorca, which is my final destination.
That sounds like a massive nightmare.
Every single leg, I'm dealing with tight turnaround times.
Yes.
I've got to exit customs. I've got to re-enter. I've got to go to different airports, not knowing where I am.
How are you getting how are you getting there on the 90-minute trip to the other airport?
Oh, I'll just imagine that somebody will pick me up and rob me for an Uber or something like that. I mean, God knows. I don't know.
Right.
I've got absolutely no idea.
Because an hour and a half drive, she's a fair old drive.
Oh, especially when you got no idea where you're going and you don't speak, in this case, German.
Yes, German.
Racism alert. Racism alert.
Oh, sorry, Pugs.
Sorry.
The German.
No, I'm just kidding.
Especially too, because you would have just come off a massive flight.
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, when I get to China...
Really?
Racism alert. Racism alert.
I've got 7.5 hours sitting around that airport.
Yeah, we had a little while there too.
Oh, yeah.
Is this one of those scenarios where if one bit of that, all of that goes wrong, the rest is just going to fall over like dominoes?
Yeah, I think so. But on the bright side, the reviews for the website that I've gone through that's setting all this up for me, the only complaints about them is if anything goes wrong, they don't answer their phones and they don't want to have anything to do with it. So it should be sweet as.
How good.
Yeah, good stuff, man.
So... yeah, see how we go. I'll make sure I document it, fellas, because I think it's going to be an absolute debacle.
I reckon you're going to be so chill about it, man. It's going to be
actually,
sweet.
You kind of have to be,
yeah, it won't bother me. There's nothing I can do about it. And it's not like I'll have to be anywhere or doing it. It's not like I'll be on the radio. Like, you guys have got so much more pressure than me.
Yeah, that's
I was
true.
going to say, it is really tough.
Yeah.
You can
that you're going to Europe, and I'm doing a radio show with Hoytey Jase over there.
You can just go to a nightclub in Berlin there.
Oh, yeah.
A leather night, wear your leathers.
Kit Kat Club. Hey,
beautiful, mate. Douche, old Mogey. pumping
Was that the
away
music,
there.
or?
Oh, you spat everywhere. Now, listen, good luck with that, Mogey, by the way. Let us know how you get on.
Yeah, I will. And in fact, I'm meant to be booking those flights tonight, so we'll see how we go. I was having a look this afternoon. There was only 2 left, so by the time I get home, it'll be $9,000.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Black Keys there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Hump day, fellas. We're getting through it. We're down on the downward slope now. She's all G. Let's give out some advice, shall we?
Me,
Patty Lips, 69.
Get in touch. Oh, get in touch.
Oh
My God.
Oh, you butchered your own.
God. But we're not going to focus on it, fellas.
God.
It's a real email address, meatpattynips69@gmail.com.
A real email address. Jeez.
Roll the tapes. Email. Get in touch with us with any advice that you need, any questions you've got, and if we answer it on the show, you'll win yourself a $50 Reburger voucher.
Reburger.
And we keep it anonymous too. So, for example, this one here that's come in is from Anonymous. Hey, fellas. My husband and I had our first baby in November last year, and we got through the baptism of fire that was our first 4 months. It's become extremely enjoyable now, and I'm wondering whether we just try smash out another baby as soon as possible.
Yeah.
My thinking, there's no ideal age gap. Having a second kid is always going to be hard regardless of the age of the first. And so I'm keen to stay in the trenches. I was wondering what the age gaps are of Hoytey J's kids, or if he has any advice on the ideal age gap from his personal experience. Although Mogey only has Mogey Jr. and there are no little Keyzies, I thought that the fellas might have an opinion. Would love to hear your advice. Cheers. That's from Anonymous.
Well, there is the school of thought that is you just go douche, 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 douche and get it done.
Yeah.
Is that how you do it, is it?
Well, that's what we did. But I've got to be honest with you, there was no planning involved.
No.
It was just that I was massively potent and a shagging machine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I will say, because my youngest, there's a big age gap between my youngest and my second youngest.
Right.
And she's sort of almost been like an only child.
Yeah.
Because
Is that
all
about 7 years, that one?
Yeah, 7 or 8 years. Her elder sisters have all buggered off and left home.
Yeah.
They're all overseas doing their stuff, and so she's by herself. And there is something genuinely very nice about having siblings that are around sort of a similar age to you.
Yeah.
There's a camaraderie there.
Yeah.
So my advice would be, if you're enjoying it, totally fill your boots, do it.
Yeah, I'd say pump them out as quick as you can.
Yes.
Just go through living hell, but get it done and dusted.
Yes.
And then just crack on. But I reckon probably 3 years is the ideal gap.
Yeah.
You don't really want much longer than that. You want them close enough together that they can play together. That's what me and my brother were. I think anything longer than that, 4 years would have been a bit much.
Yes.
Look, there's no right time to do it. You've already buggered it up by having one. You might as well go hell for leather and have some more.
Yeah, well, that's true. And the thing that you find is that the more kids you have, the less you worry. In the sense of, when you first have a kid, you're like, oh my God, when anything happens.
Yeah.
Once you get to your second, your third, your fourth, you're like, they'll
You're
be
not
fine.
bothered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just leave them. They'll hang
be
out.
tickety-boo, no
They'll be
worries
chilling.
at all. So hopefully that was some help to you, Anonymous.
Lovely stuff, Jase. Get in touch.
Good, man.
Yeah, it was really good,
meatpattynips69@gmail.com. Reburger vouchers up for grabs. How about some Queen, fellas?
Why not?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
T-Rex there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Wednesday evening. Listen up, fellas. Our mates at Emerson's have released a new pale ale beer. Low carb. Do we like that?
Yeah, man.
It's a hazy IPA.
Hazy IPA. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, man. And we're celebrating it here at Hauraki. And if you want a bit of a day trip for yourself to the mountain of your choice, with $500 fuel to get you there, we might be able to help, fellas.
Okay.
If you text the word trip to 3483, you'll go in the draw and you could be hitting the slopes on us, all thanks to Emerson's Day Tripper.
Does anything happen if I text the word north to 3483?
I mean, you could try it out, Mogey.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that somewhere, that's all.
Oh, like yesterday, sort of.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
I cocked it up yesterday.
Yeah, when you butchered it. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is something to get involved.
It's definitely trip. It's not north, nor is it south.
Okay.
Or any direction, actually.
Just trip.
Yeah.
3483.
Yeah. And please don't be led astray by my shocking broadcasting error.
Let me ask you, Pugs, aren't you a skier?
Absolutely not.
Oh, right, okay. You're not a boarder or anything like that?
I think you'd be really at home with a couple of, a pole in each hand. Going hell for leather. Pugs. Pug son.
Huh? Listen.
I agree with Mogey. I can definitely see you with a pole in each hand. Working
Just
it.
really both sides,
Yeah,
both hands.
But hard.
I've certainly tried having both poles in my hands, but I've tried it enough to know it wasn't for me.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like, I've given it a good crack. I'll try anything once.
You've seen other people doing it. Give it a
seen
swing.
heaps of other people doing it.
Yeah.
I honestly prefer no hands.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. Not like that, Mogey. Not what you're doing on the mic. Text trip to 3483.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
There you go, you mad bastards. That's a big show done and dusted for your Wednesday night. And the podcast outro, which is bonus material we do outside of the radio show. It was so filthy and disgusting, we had to put a disclaimer on it, didn't we, fellas?
Yeah, we did. I don't know if Dilly's been able to find anything clean enough to be able to put on the radio, but we're about to find out.
Yeah, well, you can take some solace in the fact the clip's called Monkey Buzzies.
Yeah, well, Buzzy was one of them.
Yeah, sure.
Because I was, wondering
Monkey
if anyone else
buzzies.
has ever used Buzzies as, a rating system before.
Oh.
Like we do.
I wouldn't have thought so.
And all of a sudden...
Feels like that was a world first.
My phone was filled up with Buzzy stuff.
Dear Pornhubs.
Yes.
Dear
Dear Pornhub. You watch much porn, do you, Pugs?
I actually don't watch any porn.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Loser.
Geez, the things we find out in the podcast outro. Make sure you go and check that out because we do go a bit outside the box sometimes, don't we, fellas?
Oh, we're crazy, man. You can't
you
take us
never know
anywhere,
what
man.
you're going to get. Actually, on that note, make sure you tune into tomorrow's show on a Thursday. It's what we like to call a Big Thursday. Got a hell of an announcement, and make sure you're tuned in for that. You don't want to miss out. That's all I can say. Can't go into too much detail.
Exciting stuff, mate.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
Well, you take care out there. Till tomorrow. See you later.